Pros takes complex hair concerns and delivers truly custom hair care solutions. First, our consultation crafts a clear picture of your life and your hair goals, analyzing over 85 factors. Next, we create your custom formula, carefully selecting from 185 plus clean ingredients to meet your goals. From root to tip, personalization works better. And the proof is in the products. Always made to order, always.
All right. Hey, everyone. Glad to see you. Sorry, I feel like every time I try something new, like to see if it's going to be easier or helpful, and it's like not. So I really just should keep it simple. Oh, hello, guys. Hope you all are having a great day. Let's see who we got here. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Betsy. Hey, Lori. Teresa. Nancy. Kim. Leah. Maddie. Marcia. Hey, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. Hi, Lori. I hope you guys are safe out there in California. It is definitely crazy. We have family that lives out there kind of in the Burbank area, and so far they've been okay, but yeah, it's crazy, 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 crazy. So give everybody a few more minutes here to pop in, and really nice to see where everybody's tuning in from. I always absolutely love seeing how people are like from all over the country, and then people that are from other countries. We've gotten somebody here from Canada, so I don't know if I've missed anybody else that's out of the country, but yeah, super cool, super cool. So is everybody, I hope, having a good Friday. Snow, right now, we had a little sunshine this morning, but the snow is coming. So we're, yeah, the snowy Tennessee Jenny that's coming my way here in Pennsylvania. So I talked to my parents this morning, and they're in Missouri, and they've been getting snow. So yeah, it's just that time of the year, I guess, for some of us anyway. So yeah, all right. Well, it looks like we've got a good amount of you here. I don't want to dilly-dally too much. I'd really just like to get in and get on with what I wanted to share with you guys. And so I'm just going to switch over my camera and let's get going here, huh? So I was talking to you, or what I shared was that I wanted to share like easy alcohol ink color combinations, and it could not get any easier than this. I just kind of, I don't know, somebody had asked me about it, and I started thinking about it and looking at stuff, and then the next thing I realized was like, wait a second, Ranger sells alcohol inks in like little 3-pack kits, and usually those colors, like when you look at them, they go together like really, really, really well. So that is kind of my easy alcohol ink combination tip for you. So like this card here that I'm going to kind of go over, like making this background, because we are going to play with the alcohol inks a little bit. I'm not just going to like talk here. But like on this card here, like this pack has Cosmopolitan, Juniper, and Bayou as the color combination. And while I might not have thought to put them together, as you can see here on the card, they like really do work really pretty together, I think. So, just a few of the other combinations that they have are Rosewood, Fiesta, and Gumball is another combination that comes in a 3-pack that you can buy, like all of these together. But if you're like me, I mean, I've bought most of my alcohol inks all separately. So you could go look at those kits and then go to your stash of alcohol inks and just pull out the ones that you have. And because you may already have the colors, it's not like you need to go buy new stuff. So like some other combinations that they have in the kits are this one here. These are some of the new colors that just came out last year from Tim Holtz. This is Flannel, Gravel, and Chronicle. And another one, this one I'm curious about to see like how it would look together, because at first glance, I'm not sure about doing Brick, Yonder, and Wilderness, but it might kind of be similar to this because you've got a red and a green and a blue. And I mean, even though these are kind of like paler colors, so that would, I think, would be a fun one to definitely try and play with. And some of the other ones they've got, I like that they have ones that are kind of more monochromatic. So for me, that's always like a really nice go-to when you're doing alcohol inks, is picking colors that are kind of close to each other on the color wheel. So here you've got Laguna, Glacier, and Monsoon. So you've got a blue-green, and kind of a little bit darker blue. So another nice, super fun combination. And then another one they had that I had the colors for was Cobalt, Boysenberry, and Vineyard. And so this would be really beautiful, kind of purpley blue color combination. So yeah, I think lots of easy combinations there. So let's see. Tina, you want to know how I organize them? Well, I use the alcohol ink tins. Let me grab one here and show you. So I just use these little tins that Ranger sells, and I just keep my alcohol inks in there, and I just kind of organize them kind of by color. So I keep, this tin has got like my reds and oranges and yellows and some greens in it, and then I have another tin that has like my blues and purples and the neutrals in it. So I don't have all the colors, but I have a decent amount of them. So so yeah, but that's how I organize mine. So no, Leslie, it's not a commercial. I'm getting ready to play. Hold your horses. Because I'm not trying to sell you buying color combinations. I'm trying to just give you some ideas on color combinations that you could use from your stash of alcohol inks. And they've kind of already made the combinations for you, so you can just go look at them and see. That's what I did. I went and looked at the kits, and I was like, oh, I have these colors already. So yeah. All right, so let's do some playing here, shall we? Paper-wise, I like Yupo paper. It just tends to be a little bit expensive, so a lot of times I like to use this graphics craft plastic, and it comes in big, like 12 by 12 sheets. And anyway, it's a little bit less expensive than the Yupo paper, and I feel like I get pretty similar results with it, and I don't feel like I'm breaking the bank, when I'm playing with it. So yeah, so why don't we get started here? Oh, pop-up ads. Oh shoot, I'm so sorry, guys. Let's see how I can see if there's a way to delay. All right, I'm gonna try to turn off the ads. See, I'm so sorry about that. Sorry, Leslie. Let me see if there's a setting in here. I did this last time. There we go, found it. All right, done. It's off for now. So sorry about that. It's super annoying to have that going on during the live. So I have it off. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah. No, I am not selling anything, Leslie. Sorry for the confusion. All right, so let's get playing with some alcohol inks here. One thing, like when I'm working with like a combination like this where you've got blue, green, and red, basically, you kind of want to think about where you would put those colors on the paper, because pink, like red and green, are probably going to mix and make more of a brown color. So, but green and blue mix together nicely, and blue and pink mix together nicely. So that said, what I like to do is kind of put the colors next to each other that will blend nicely with each other, and kind of that way I totally don't mind brown. at all, not even kind of. But then I'm not going to have all brown everywhere. So this is just a little like fine tip squeeze bottle, and I'm just liberally applying 91% rubbing alcohol to the paper. And I really like to get a lot of alcohol on there, like pretty much cover the paper as much as possible with the alcohol. And then just take the little blower tool. If you've got one of the little hair dryers, I'm really tempted to get one of those. Does anybody have one? I keep thinking maybe I want to get one just to see if I like what it does or not. And then just blow it around. And if you feel like you need some more alcohol, you can add more just to keep things. I kind of find like if you keep the ink wet with the alcohol, then you have more time to like play with it and move it around. So we'll kind of start getting that color mixing a little bit here. Get a little more blue. Kind of blow that down there into the green. And just realize I'm getting a little spot here in the center that I don't like. So if you don't, I meant to put gloves on, and I have them sitting right here next to me. And I totally forgot. So I'll put them on here in a minute maybe. So yeah, as long as that alcohol stays wet, you can, I find it just much easier to kind of get that flowing of the colors and that blending. And if you're getting little spots here and there where you're not getting the colors to blend, you can just kind of dab a little bit with your finger even. But see here, we're kind of getting a little bit of some purple, and down here you're getting a little blue, more blue-green. So yeah, I don't know, kind of just play, and then if you'll get that alcohol with the color here off the paper, and you can kind of blow that back on, and that just kind of adds to. So yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. What do you think? Little blow dryer tool. Yeah, I'm really kind of thinking I want to get one of those little blower tools and see if I like it. So, and then one thing I noticed when I was playing with these colors is, look how this, like, because I didn't get pink down in here, but there's like this pinky purple color that starts popping up in the blue, and I don't know, it's just kind of cool looking. So then you just, set that to the side and let it dry. Of course you can keep going. I mean, there's so many things you can do to keep going with the alcohol inks, and but yeah, I love the color combination too, Teresa. Like, I think it's absolutely stunning, and I don't know, I feel like you kind of can't go wrong with that combination. So, all right, let's clean this up. And speaking of gloves, I'm going to get them on because all this alcohol, once you get it on your hands and skin a little bit, it does kind of start irritating it. And then this cold weather, it's not really a good combination for sure. So anyway, I'd love to hear if you guys have like any color combinations that you like to use. Do you have any favorite alcohol ink combinations at all? Hey there, Sue. Welcome from Vancouver. Another thing too that I've realized lately, I like to make sure I kind of wipe off my bottles in between. Because I find that if they like sit in my little tin and I haven't used them for a while, and then that like there's extra ink on there, it dries and then it kind of crunches off and gets in my projects sometimes, and I don't really like that. So I've been trying to be better about wiping them off in between. Blue with bronze. Ooh, that would be beautiful. Yeah, I don't have any metallic colors out, but you can, that's, adding that to anything is always fun, I think. Okay, now I showed you guys some of the color combinations. I want you guys to let me know which one I should do next. Should I do this pink? Should I do the purple one? Should I do the blue one? Should I do this kind of crazy one that was like red and green and blue, darker, almost like similar to what I just did, but like darker? Or should I do that kind of neutrally one? Does anybody have any thoughts? Yeah, Barbara, there is like low wattage hair dryers that are out there. I don't have one, so I can't really speak too much to them, but yeah, they are out there. I know maybe, I don't know. I'll do some looking, and if I can find one, I'll make sure to share. I'm not for sure anything that I can share for it. Pinks for Valentine's Day. Neutrals, we got votes for pinks and neutrals. I was leaning towards the pinks too because of Valentine's Day, but I didn't know if that's like too much for people. It's not everybody's Valentine's-y. Anybody else have any votes on colors to use? All right, no more votes. Okay, well then let's go with Jerry since she said pinks for Valentine's Day. All right, we got another pink. All right, let's do pink. Yeah, the Ranger Heated Craft Tool is not what I'm referring to with this because that gets really hot. You're wanting something that blows air but not hot air, so that it's similar to this, just blowing like room air temperature around. So it's not, you can use the heat tool, but I find you have to be really careful when you're working with this plastic paper because it can melt it because that thing gets pretty hot. All right, so we're gonna go with the pinks. This is Gumball and Fiesta, and then Rosewood, and let's see what happens. Ooh, that Rosewood is dark, isn't it? I wonder if I should have put this. Fiesta's a little more pink, but ooh, that's pretty. All right. So again, I kind of went just like in a, one color across, almost like a, kind of almost doing like a ombre kind of thing, I guess. I just always find like there are times where I'm like, oh, I want it to stop moving, and it keeps moving. Because like I like the way this looks, but I know it's going to keep moving until it's dry, which is also something that I always kind of find fascinating with alcohol inks. But ooh, that's pretty. So yeah, I wish I could just freeze it right there. No more changes. I'm going to like fan it a little bit, make it freeze. Yes, so turning it around. I'm going to flip it around here. That's a great idea. So, yeah. I think that's really pretty. I think, we could probably do another one and kind of maybe mix them a little bit so that they blended more in, with each other. But I kind of like that. But still, I think if I was going to do this one again, I would put the Fiesta up here at the top, and then because Gumball has a little bit more of that, like a reddish orange to it, and I think they would blend really nicely. So, but yeah, definitely, I think that's a fun one. Definitely a good one for Valentine's Day card for sure. And then there's always this mess on the table. And I'm going to try something. let's put some inks down here. I'm playing right now, guys. Since I got everything out here, let's see what happens. There's anything there that's kind of dry, but all right. Okay, now I'm going to take one of those papers and I'm going to do like ink smishing here and see what we get. Ooh, cool. That's cool. And of course, you want to smush a little bit more in there, you can. Ooh, that's fun. Ooh, I like this. That's cool. And then as it sits there, that like, how it just keeps moving and blending. Add a little bit more there if we want. Because while that ink is wet, remember, it'll just keep moving. Ooh, that's fun. Fun, fun, fun. And then finger painting with alcohol inks. So, all right. Yeah, they do kind of look like rose petals. Get your heart in the deep red. Oh, yeah. That's pretty. So pretty. So yeah, I think that's good. Should we keep going? You want to do another one? Another color combination? Anybody have any thoughts? So you could keep doing that. Like, there's so much ink down here. You could keep ink smishing. I'm going to move on to a different color combination though, I think, for now. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I don't know. I find for me, like with alcohol inks, that playing with them and just giving yourself that permission to play when you get them out, and don't feel like, oh, it's got to look like a certain way, because alcohol inks are always going to just do what they're going to do, and there is really not too much you can do about it. And this, I don't know, I'm not an expert in alcohol inks, though, you know, I'm sure there are people out there that there are techniques where you can, you know, have a lot more control over them, and you know, people that paint with them and things like that. So, yes, Jenny, you do need to get the newest ones out. Yes, for sure, for sure, for sure. Oh yeah, well, Justine she kind of beat me to it a little bit, but I'm going to be talking about the summit as well. So, but I wanted to, I don't know, just wanted to play and chat to you guys a little bit before I got all into any of that. Because what I'm doing here kind of leads into the class that I'm teaching for the summit. So, I thought it would be just fun to play a little bit as well. Yeah, the clear stuff that I'm using, Jerry, this is just isopropyl alcohol, 91%. And 91%, you want 91% versus the 70% because of the mixture of water to alcohol that's in it. So the 91% is going to do better getting the alcohol ink, the ink here in the alcohol inks to actually move around. So you want that higher number for the rubbing alcohol. So let me see what else we got here. All right, yeah, miniature. Yeah, there's quite a few things out there. It's just I've heard them called like a low wattage hair dryer. There's different things out there. So green and bronze or copper. I don't have any metallics out because I wasn't really planning on playing with those. But let's maybe do that. So hang on. Give me a second here. Gotta pull those out. So I also have the alcohol pearls, which is a whole nother ball game of stuff. So I don't know. You guys are talking about copper. I don't have copper. I don't know. Are you talking about like the mixatives or the alloys? Because the alloys are all that I have. So I don't know if there's a. Those are the pearls. All right. So let's do. Grab one of those. Although you know what? No, we're not. I'm not going to. Sorry. Because then I got to pull out a blending solution, and it's a whole nother process of things. So let's just go back. So we've got color combinations. Somebody had said something about the neutrals. So let's play with those and see what we get. So these are kind of like a gray, green colors. So I think these will probably I'm going to do a little different this time and just kind of do drops of color across the paper. Let's leave that off just in case. Alrighty. I'm going to add some more that rubbing alcohol. And the biggest thing with alcohol is just making sure you get enough on there. You want more than what you have of the ink. That'll just help it blend and flow more. And I have to remind myself when I'm doing this, you're not given CPR. You don't have to keep pushing so hard. That's pretty. That's a nice combination, I think. If you're into neutrals anyway. Granted, this is not going to be for everybody, but it would be great for like if you're wanting a masculine background, card background, this would be perfect for that. So yeah. Oh, guess what happened there? I had pink on my fingers. Well, let's add a little more here and there. How's that? Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow, right? I like that. That looks kind of cool, I think. I'll put a little more color down here. Break that up. And then once it dries, and then like if you want to go back and like you really kind of like that, where these other ones were kind of more of like just blendy colors. This one, I always like where you get that kind of edge, and I don't know, just adds a lot of interest and texture to it, I think. So that background's kind of cool. I think I'm going to leave it. And then just set that to the side to dry, but I keep getting my pink fingers in there. But yeah, it's the only bad thing about gloves. If you're like me, you're getting it all over your hands. And then the next thing you know, you've got it onto your project maybe that you didn't want. But I think it turned out pretty good. Yeah, even with the pink. I know, I like it. Conair 2-in-1 hair brush dryer. Pat, I think that sounds like something familiar to me. If that's the one that people have used. So yeah. That's, I think, what I want to look into getting one of those. Or something like that anyway. Clean this up a little bit. So yeah. Now, do you guys, I mean, you saw the photo of the finished card that I shared, but do you guys have any questions about that at all? I wasn't really going to walk all the way through like how I made the card or anything, but because I really wanted to focus on the alcohol inks for this. So Revlon all-in-one style hot air kit is what I use. Just remove the brush. Yeah, I think it's like one of those things where it's got like this attachment thing that you take off and on or to use. So yeah. Revlon model. All right, so it looks like there's quite a few like brands out there. Revlon, Conair. So yeah, cool. Thank you guys for sharing that. So I think that would be, I don't know, I just think that would be kind of fun to try something a little different than, you know, the air blower. Because I don't know, I just try something new. That's my next project that I'll look into doing. So just kind of quickly though, like with this card, this embellishment that I made here, this, I have it just kind of tacked down on the background, but so this is just some dies that I cut out and added a little bit of some stamping to kind of turn them into like Valentine's tags or tickets. And then this is a doily die that I cut from some pattern paper, and then just a sentiment. And quite honestly, this would work on almost all the backgrounds we made. This one maybe I would switch out the stamping to a different color, but yeah, I think that would be pretty. It'd be really pretty on that one. So yeah, just some idea for you on some ways you can finish that off. So this is just using some these ticket dies, and the heart die are from scrapbook.com, and the Love You is a Concord and Ninth die set. And if you're interested in those, I do have them listed in the description box down below the video, so you can check that out if you're interested in that. But more than likely you've got stuff in your stash that's easy and perfect to use. So I am gonna switch back over here to the main camera so I can see you guys and chat a little bit more. So glad to have you guys joining me. This is kind of, I don't know, kind of fun to do these lives with you guys. And I'd done a couple of them at the end of last year, like in December, I think it was. And I really enjoyed it. And so it's kind of my goal to keep doing that with you guys in the new year here in 2025. So this is my first live for the year. And yeah, so I am going to segue though into something that's kind of related to the alcohol ink. So if that's something that you enjoy working with, I am going to be teaching a free class that's part of a summit that's coming up that's called the Cardmaking Stash Summit. And the whole point of the summit I'll get into, but my class focuses on alcohol inks and embossing folders. And yeah, and then I kind of have it broken down into steps, and you can kind of do 1 step or 2 steps or all 6 steps, and depending on kind of like what your style is and how much mixed media you enjoy doing. But I personally, I don't know, I'm pretty excited about the class. I really had a lot of fun putting together the project for it, and in the class I'm also sharing a bunch of different ways that you can embellish that background using a mix of like stamps and dies and things like that, just to give you some ideas of what you could do with that background after you've made it. So there is a link in the description box below here where you can go and get your ticket to the summit if you're interested. Some of you may be super familiar with the card making summits, and some of you you know, maybe that you were like, what is a summit? You've never heard of it before. So just kind of want to explain a little bit what it is for the new people, and And if any of you have done any of the summits, and feel free to pop in and let me know that you've done one before. So basically, this one is going to be 3 days. It starts on January 23rd is like the kickoff. There's like a kickoff party at 4 p.m. Eastern time on the 23rd. And then the actual summit itself will start on the 24th of January. And then it's that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's 3 days. And there will be classes that will go live starting at 9 a.m. Each day of the summit. And you will have access with your free ticket to the classes for that day for 24 hours. So at 9 a.m. Eastern time, you'll have access to all the classes that are on Friday until 9 a.m. the next day, and then you'll have access to the Saturday classes and then to the Sunday classes. The summit host for this is Justine Hovey, which she's an amazing person. Love her. She's so wonderful to work with. This is my, I think, third or fourth summit working with her. And it's just, all of them seem to run really smoothly. She's super organized, and I think she does a great job hosting them. And so couple things here. Like I said, this is free. You can go get a free ticket, and then you've got access to all the classes for 24 hours each day. And then once that day's over, then you won't be able to go back and watch those. So that said, what I recommend doing is going and getting your free ticket. And then there is a handout that you can download. Everyone has access to this. It's a handout that's going to give you everything you need. So it's got all the information you need. It's got a to-do list. It's got a checklist so you can kind of keep track of everything. It's got a schedule of all of the events, what you can, like, ways that you can kind of keep track of like what events or classes that you want to watch. And that's probably the biggest thing for me is like, I like to go in, look at the schedule, see what the classes are, and then kind of decide from there which ones I want to watch. So, because, we all have different styles, we have all different interests, and this summit is got a wide range of artists and styles, so there is really something for everyone. So you can kind of go in there, pick out which ones you want to watch, and so that you don't feel like you're, because it's not meant to be stressful, like, oh, I've got to watch everything, because like that's not the point. Like the idea is like you go in and watch the ones that interest you. And so you kind of, the PDF that you can download even has like a list of where you can, write down which ones you're interested in. And I mean, it's a great handout that she's put together to help you kind of keep track of everything. So once you get your free ticket, the other thing you can do, there is a Facebook group. If you do Facebook, but that's not absolutely necessary in any way. You certainly don't need to do that, but it is a place where you can, join together with like-minded people to kind of enjoy the summit, share your projects, and make connections and stuff like that. So let me see. I'm kind of looking at my notes here. Because I printed off the handout, so I would make sure I didn't miss anything for you guys. There are links to where to watch all of this. Like her handout, like if you get your free ticket, if anything, even if you're not sure you want to do this, there's no harm or foul with like just getting a free ticket to check it out and see. Like you might be like, oh, I don't know about all this, or you might be like, oh, there's a few classes I really like. So you can, kind of make that decision by going in and getting that free ticket and reading over and looking at all information. She's got some welcome videos, that sort of thing. Your Sunshine Crafter Kelly, you're asked to join, but it seemed overwhelming. Um, Overwhelming in what way? Let me know, and let's see if I can kind of help you feel less overwhelmed, because that is my goal. And like, if you guys do get in there and you have questions about stuff, don't hesitate to reach out either to me or Justine. I'll answer any questions that I can answer, and if I can't, I'll kick it over to Justine and she'll help you out. So yeah, definitely let me know. Oh, you're talking about for teaching. Oh, we can talk about that. Reach out to me. We can talk about that. So reach out to me. So I'm just going to keep kind of going through here. So like one of the things, like I said, she's got a schedule of events in there, and there's a kickoff party on Friday. And then on Thursday, I'm sorry, the kickoff party is on Thursday. And then on Friday is when the like actual summit starts with the classes and everything. And that day, this is the other thing I love about this event, is she's kind of divided it up into each day has a different focus. And so Friday, every teacher that's teaching that day is going to be talking, like their class that they're going to be teaching kind of focuses on card sketches or layouts to help inspire your projects. And I haven't had a chance to watch all of them yet, but like one of them that like super caught my eye was one from Tanya Amid, and she's using this sketch, and she does like gel printing backgrounds, which speaks to my mixed media preferences, and how she's taking her backgrounds and taking a very simple sketch and turning them into these beautiful cards. So just one example of something that's being taught that day. So that day is all focusing on card sketches, layouts to inspire you. And then the next day, the main topic is color combinations. And that's kind of where I got a little bit inspired to share some of the color combinations with you for the alcohol inks. And then that also, I'll get to that here in just a minute with my class. But so Saturday is all color combinations. One of the techniques or classes that caught my attention was Tiffany Solario, which again, she's a mixed media style. So I always love what she has to share, and she's teaching some distress spray techniques and color combinations. And again, another great class as far as I was concerned. But there's lots to pick from. So lots and lots to pick from. And then on Sunday, the classes are going to be focusing on a focal point. And that's kind of broadly defined. So a focal point could be like the main focus of the card. So like maybe the embellishment. It could also be a focus on a particular type of crafting supplies. So like for me, I'm using the alcohol inks and embossing folders as kind of my focus for the class. You don't have to have the colors I use. You don't have to have the embossing folder I use. So you can take whatever colors you want. You can take whatever embossing folder you have. The idea is to use your stash with all of these classes. It's not about buying new products. It's about playing with what you have and giving you that, encouragement to, get in there and grab it and go. So that's, my class is going to be on, hang on, where'd I go? My class is going to be on Sunday, sorry. No, wait, hang on. I think she's got these dates mixed up. Friday's the color, Saturday's color, and Sunday is the focus point. So my class will be available on Sunday. And along with my class and almost all the other instructors, there are tons of like freebies that you can download. Along like with my class, you can get a alcohol ink color combination guide, and I showed you some super easy ones here, but that one kind of goes to the next level and shows you some, fun, unique combinations and actual little samples of the colors mixed together. So you can, grab that for free if you're interested. But yeah, the whole point of this, as far as I'm concerned, is grabbing that free ticket. I will tell you that, there is an upsell that for like an ultimate card making ticket, I think she's calling it. And you'll get information about that once you get your free ticket, and you can look into that and see if that's something that you feel like you need. But I personally really am just encouraging you to get the free ticket. And, there's so much of this summit that you can enjoy for free that you don't really need that paid for ticket unless you just want it. That said, there are some things that you get extra because you are paying for it. So you could start, if you bought the ticket today, you could start watching the summit classes today. You would have access to a whole other set of free things, including classes and things that are, worth paying for. And then, like I'm giving away access to one of my classes that I just taught back last year, my stretcher stencils class. So so that's just something. And then there's some events that she's got going on where she's having some co-crafting sessions. So kind of like a little mini online crop with different people. So like I know Justine is doing one of those. Nikki Baxley is going to be doing one of those. And Tiffany Solario is going to be doing one. There's some Q&A speaker panel that's going to be taking place. So there's just, again, a lot of extra things if you want to upgrade to that other pass. But again, you can completely enjoy all the free classes and lots of free handouts and things from the instructors for free. So I'm just going to encourage you guys to do that. And then, if you want to go the other route, that's great. But you can kind of make that decision yourself once you get in there and look at it a little bit more. So if you have any questions, let me see here. Grab a free ticket. Please do. Just at least grab the free ticket and take my class. I mean, if anything, just, pop in and join my class, if anything. So can you address the additional free classes offered by you and others if you upgrade? Does that mean you get your newly offered embossing folder class with the upgrade another? No. Sorry, Cindy, that each one of us that has contributed to that package of stuff that you get when you buy the ticket, you like do that upgraded pass thing. We each have added like specific things to it. So for my contribution is a free pass to my stretcher stencils class, and not everything in my online classroom, just that class. So each one of us has something very specific that we've added to that. And there's a huge variety of things from classes to, a lot of good quality stuff. I off the top of my head, I can't remember all of them, but there's tons of good stuff in there. If that's something you're interested in, I'm not really trying to push any of that on you guys. So I just want to focus on the free ticket and enjoying the classes, and at least grab it and you can watch my class for free. So probably classes that are, they're not probably giving away seats to classes that are like just coming out. There's so much preparing ahead of time for this. Like I've got a class that's coming out next weekend, and that's a stretcher embossing folders class, which kind of leads in, we've been playing with embossing folders in this summit. I wasn't even sure that I was going to have that class or when that class was going to be. So, and I probably most of us we didn't know what we were going to have to be able to offer something new ahead like that. So, so we do, a lot of us do kind of tend to have, get older classes or things like that. So that may or may not appeal to you. And if it doesn't, that, I totally get it. So, so let's see what else other questions we've got here. for me, they're like a lot of fun. The summits are a ton of fun. It is a great place to start. Like I said, kind of picking and choosing a few things that you don't feel like you need to do everything. That's for sure. For sure. All right. So let's see. Anything else? Any other questions? All right. Well, I think that's it for me with the summit. I just wanted to let you guys know about it. Mostly wanted to have fun playing with some alcohol inks with you guys. So hope you will have enjoyed that part of it. And I also just wanted to let you guys know as well that I do, like I just mentioned, I do have a new class that's coming out on January 18th. It's a free, not free, sorry. It's live is what I meant to say. It's a live class that will be taking place at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find a link to that in the description box if you're interested. That focus on that class is going to be embossing folders and combining them with mixed media techniques. And so we're going to be doing 4 techniques, but you're going to end up with way more than 4 card backgrounds. I'm kind of showing you like alternative ways to kind of flip things around a little bit, and with some of the techniques. So you're going to learn a lot, but I cut this one down a little bit from the last class because I felt like the last one I tried to do too much in the time frame. So this one is going to be a little slower paced and give us more time to have you guys follow along and not feel so rushed if you're doing the live class with me. But of course, this is one of those classes where once you purchase it, you will have access to the replay of it once the class is over. That will then be available over in my classroom, and you can watch it and rewatch it however and whenever. So yes, Tammy, there is a replay. So that will be available as soon as I can get it uploaded after the live class. So hopefully like later that day, but if not, as soon as possible. So and I'll send out all that information once the replay is available. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, if there's any other questions, let me know. If you're watching this on the replay and you do have questions, please feel free to leave me a comment or reach out to me, email me, message me wherever, and I'll get back to you. And yeah, so yeah, appreciate you guys joining me today, and I hope the rest of you hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully everyone stays safe no matter where you are, and yeah, so all right, well, thank you guys so much, and I will see you again soon.